Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Elevator, the podcast where we take elevator small talk and turn it into...
You promised.
Oh,
you did promise.
I did promise.
Yes.
Oh yeah, my bad. I'm not the host today.
Yes.
yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
It's a habit. It's a habit. I'm sorry.
Hello, welcome to the Elevator Podcast, where we take small talk and turn it into in-depth conversations. Did I do it right?
That sounds about accurate.
Alrighty. That sounds good. Alrighty. I am your host for today, Aiden Busquet, and I am here with, we're going clockwise.
Okay. My name is Ian.
I'm Jaden.
I'm Ezekiel.
Yes. And we're going to start off this podcast like we start off every other one.
Except for the first one.
Except for the first one.
Yeah.
How was your week? I do not want to start this. Ian,
Wow.
this is on you. This is on you. I'm the host, Jaden. Don't question
He
me.
can do whatever he wants.
Yes,
That's
yes,
fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
yes.
He's like the dictatorship
Yeah.
out here.
Yeah.
I know, right? Okay, let's see. My week. Overall, pretty good. I had my first
good.
exam.
That's
of the
great. Now next,
semester.
I'm kidding.
How was that?
kidding.
Yeah. So my first exam of the semester was yesterday. Overall, pretty good. I think I did pretty well.
What class was it?
2086.
Which means?
Which means numerical computation for mechanical engineers.
One of our
Wow.
former podcast members, Brittany, she was talking about that class like
Former.
in this other thing that we're doing, right?
Yes.
crazy.
I didn't mean former.
You said
Like,
that.
well, I meant like former
Yeah.
as in she was in a previous one. Anyways, Brittany, if you're watching this, you're still a welcome member.
No.
Anyways, yeah. So yeah, she mentioned that there were some issues like last time. I can't quite remember every single issue, but like have these been more or less resolved?
No, it's the same thing.
Ah.
Huh.
Yeah. Like,
So what I'm hearing is you're just built different.
no.
Okay.
It's just okay. The class is kind of weird because it's supposed to be like based around like MATLAB,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't teach you MATLAB. They just kind of
Sounds
like
about accurate.
yeah. They just kind of like in lecture go over a whole bunch of math, and then all the problem sets and the exams are in MATLAB. So you have to like learn MATLAB on your own, and then figure out how to like implement the math they teach you in lecture into MATLAB.
Yeah. But has the transition been, I guess, not easy, but has it been manageable?
The problem sets are kind of bad.
Okay.
I thought the exams were going to be like pretty bad too, but it wasn't as bad as I
That's
thought
good.
it was going to be.
That's good. That's good.
That's right.
Let's hear
Alrighty.
that.
Yeah.
Cool. Jaden, you're up. How was your week?
My week.
Clockwise, bro. Clockwise.
But low key the clock goes like. It depends on which way you look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Fine. I'm the.
You mean the clock
12.
cycle like a
It goes
Yeah.
like this.
Left
Okay.
hand rule.
Clockwise is clockwise.
Left hand rule.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
left hand rule.
Left hand
No.
rule.
Yeah.
But he's right.
He's right.
Yeah.
He's right.
He is the
Yeah.
mechanical engineer.
No,
Yes.
I'm left. Left hand rule.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
We're
What does that
lame.
mean?
We're actually lame. I don't know when it happened. I don't know when the transition occurred. When
What?
like we were like people. In
No,
high
we
school.
weren't. No, we. I was less of a person to be honest. But
Yeah,
yeah.
and then we came here. And
So,
now we're
Jaden,
like
how
this.
do less of a people
In high school.
handle weeks like this?
Yeah.
How do less of a people handle weeks like this? How was your week?
I'm not less of a person now. I used
Oh,
to be
you're more
less
of a
of
person.
Yeah, more of a person.
Ah, understood.
Mm,
Yeah,
Understood.
I was. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how does more of a person but not a complete person handle a week like this?
You just go through the week.
Nice.
I mean, you can't really stop the week from happening. It
That's
just,
fair.
you're just like existing and doing what needs to be done. It was good. I feel like I got a lot of stuff done, but in actuality, I still have a lot of stuff to do.
But that doesn't mean that you didn't get a lot of stuff done. It just means that you had a lot of stuff in the first place.
That's true, but the thing is, like, it depends if you look at it like what portion of work did you do out of like your total, or if you look at it like how much raw work did you get done.
Yeah.
In terms of raw work, I got a lot of done, but in terms of like proportion of work I have left to do, it's like, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's been good.
That's good.
My sleep is like better than last week.
That's
Only
good.
one all night.
That's
two.
always something
So
to
we're
cheer
chilling.
for.
Yeah.
That's always something to cheer for.
Facts.
Alright.
My sleep, yeah. But how about your week?
Me?
Clockwise, yeah.
I had a fantastic week. I don't know what happened. Well, actually,
Yeah.
okay. I'll send this to Aiden, but like 3 things occurred this week.
Mm-hmm.
So number 1, I'm pretty sure school finally broke me. Like something
Oh,
went
yeah?
wrong in my brain,
Mm-hmm.
and like
You
I was
said
in
it was
so
a
much.
good week.
Yeah, I was in
Continue,
so
continue.
much pain that like my brain just snapped, and then Yeah. Since I was like at my lowest, I wasn't at my lowest, but I was like, it was pretty tough. Like maybe like 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh, this is it. This is bad. And then I was just like, you know what? I give up. I actually don't care anymore. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna give it all to God. I'm gonna let Him figure it out for me. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea how to do anything. I don't know why I'm doing this. And then all of a sudden this week I had a whole anime arc. Like I was on the ground, I was on the mats like Creed. I just got punched in the stomach. I dropped to the floor.
No
the guy's
spoilers.
Guys counting 1,
No
2.
spoilers.
Oh, someone gets punched.
This could be Creed 1, 2, maybe 3.
This could be
fair.
any anime in existence.
Creed did
Yeah.
get hit a lot.
Yeah, I'm like Goku. Frieza is like, oh, taking over. I'm
Did
down.
you get that from the Cliff Notes too?
No, I actually did watch all of Dragon
That's
Ball Z.
actually insane.
What?
But anyways.
So did I.
What? Okay, continue.
Yeah,
Continue.
anyways,
That's big.
so then I had like the whole thing flash before my eyes, and it's like, oh, all my friends and all the hard work I've put in, and then I just evolved. I don't know what happened. I like unlocked a new ability. I want to call it like willpower blast, cause like.
Bro, that's so lame.
That is actually
Okay, well,
big.
someone make a better name. I don't make the
Comment
name.
on my-
Guys, yeah, somebody make a better name, but like I'm not thinking about that off rip. There are too many things going
Yeah,
on.
because
I'm
like
looking.
I have a lot of fast twitch muscles, which is why I can like build muscle very quickly.
That's busted.
So but my brain also works like that, so I burn
What?
out really quickly.
That's not accurate.
My brain burns out really quickly, so I get like really tired of just
Okay.
doing work. So then I don't know, just by like sheer weird events, I didn't have any work last week, so I saved up all the willpower and then I blasted out this week. So this is like one of the worst weeks I've ever had at this school, but it was a fantastic week because I was just for the first time at the school, I feel like I was actually happy. I was like, oh, this is good. Like I was up until like 3 a.m. every day, but I got all like I finished my coding homework ahead of time. I finished my physics homework ahead of time. I finished my essay basically ahead of time. I finished basically all of my homework ahead of time. And I wasn't mad that I didn't get to sleep much. I was just happy. I was like, you know, I got cool people I can talk to. You know, I met some new people, talked to people in class. Normally I don't talk in lecture. I talked in lecture this time. It was fantastic.
That's actually crazy.
That's big.
Yeah, it was just great. And
That's
it was
big.
sunny this week. And I was just so happy it was sunny. Listening to like nice music while I was walking. I was smiling all the time. I don't know. I just had a really great week. I felt fantastic. Even though this week was like if you just look at it as like a sheer amount of work I did and the amount of sleep I got and the amount of things I had to do to get it done and the state of New Vassar, I used to say that would be trash, but like something cracked and it's broken now. I can't feel like sad anymore. Like I mean,
You
sure
say
there were
that.
moments of stress and sadness in those, but the overall state was happiness. So
That's impressive.
it
That
was.
is
I
impressive.
think
That is
it finally
impressive.
broke me, and I'm content with that. I
That's
feel good.
impressive.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
nice.
Anyways.
Okay.
I guess this is my turn now.
Yeah, it's your turn. Now.
Okay, I'll let y'all in on a secret.
Uh-oh.
Like y'all talking about MIT breaking you. MIT low-key be breaking me like each time for a while now. Like 512 was like first like breaking point. One of those breaking points happened actually the day before the last podcast was filmed because I was just dead, man. And then this week was crazy, but I wasn't as like broken as before. But I just knew this week was crazy. Let me give you all the rundown, right? So
All right.
after the podcast finishes
Okay.
around 10-11ish. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
David, he was there the last podcast, right? And we just sit here, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll just." They removed the no, they didn't move the chairs. We're in a different room, but like there was some chairs, and David's like, for moral support, I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna sleep, and you can just grind out." So like, but this was at 2 a.m. because we were already grinding out. So 2 a.m. we're grinding out a piece set. I finish it. He's almost done and stuff like that, and then I move on, right? From 2 to 6, I'm grinding out a cheat sheet for genetics.
2 to 6.
2 to 6. Yeah.
6 is the morning.
6 in the morning.
The sun's coming up,
The sun's coming up.
and you were here,
I was here.
not in your bed.
Not in my bed.
That's crazy.
I was here. Right? How many pages of the 4 pages that I could possibly get did I get done? I'm glad you asked. 1.
Yeah,
I got
wondering.
1 done. 25%, guys. That's a failing grade.
What depends on the class.
Depending on the class. That's true. There are some classes that, anyways, let's not get into those. That'll just get people depressed. Anyways, so 6 in the morning, wake up David. We head out.
Wake up, David.
Yeah.
David's asleep
David was sleeping
in here.
in here. Not in his bed. He said it was comfy though. He said it was comfy. He said the chairs were comfy.
David's different.
He said the chairs were comfy. They did look kind of comfy. This man was
So these
out.
chairs are different than the ones he slept on.
Yeah,
Okay.
they are.
They're worse.
They're like the ones they slept on. They had blue, like, whatever you call them, cushioning. Blue cushioning. Yeah, it was nice. Also, I forgot to mention that at 3 a.m. I went to use the bathroom and some dudes nearly opened the bathroom door on me, even though it said it was locked. So that was fun. Anyways, I'm heading down the
3 a.m.?
river.
Here?
3 a.m.
Yeah.
Who was here at 3 a.m.?
A bunch of workers or something.
Bro, there's no okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
kinda
6 a.m. I wake up. I'm like, okay, I'm taking this on. I've been studying for ages, right? I'm walking down the river because like sunlight was pretty good. There was like group of ducks. I forgot what the name of a group of ducks is called. If y'all remember, like.
My bad. My bad.
How do you always do this? How do you continuously do this? It's like
Anyways,
wait.
he said geese, guys.
Let me reconsider.
For the
I'll
record.
reconsider.
Um,
A flock.
maybe. I feel like ducks have a special
No, it's a brood
name.
of ducks.
It is?
It is a brood of ducks.
Okay,
I know that because I wrote that for my essay for
Okay.
Harvard.
Of course you
Nice,
did.
nice.
You got it.
I did.
Oh,
get
they're
it.
called a
They
raft.
said it's a raft or a pad.
They kind of rejected you after that.
No way.
Hey.
I know I
It is
Googled it.
Harvard. It is Harvard. They just be letting anyone in nowadays.
That's kinda true.
Yeah.
Wait. No. Now I gotta Google it. What's a brood of duckling?
Ezekiel, you have your name tag on.
no,
Do you need
what's-
to remember your name or something?
No,
Take
what's
it
a- no,
off.
no, Google.
Take it off. Take it off.
Okay, you told me to keep it
Take
on.
it off.
How do you do this
Take
to me?
it
How do
off.
you do this to me? You
Take
told-
it off. No, because I thought you needed to remember your name, and it turns out I was right because there ain't no brood of ducks up
No,
here.
Google it. I can't be wrong. I've never been wrong before. Google, search it.
Anyways, I'm gonna continue. So like, yeah, 6. I'm like, okay, I want to get up at 9 to continue making the cheat sheet. That did
That's
not
what I was
happen.
talking about. A brood of ducklings. That's different from
Okay.
a raft of ducks. I was right.
You're looking at the kids, bro?
Yeah.
Why are you looking at the kids?
Because I said that the children. It was like a metaphor. I said like the children were walking down like a brood of duckling following their mother.
That's smart. That's
Yeah,
smart.
yeah.
That's smart. That's why he got into Harvard, guys.
Yeah.
Why'd you choose here? Anyways, that's
I
not
don't
for
know.
here. Yeah. So I woke up at like 10:30 ish. Headed off to the exam at like at 11. Went in. The exam wasn't crazy difficult, but I just knew I didn't know everything. So it was just I don't know what I got. I tried to pull the same stunt the next night for 7:05. My mind was not it. It was not
Yeah, 'cause
it.
you're
I
tired.
could. Yeah. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. That night. So then what happens? Tuesday. So I'm studying and then I'm seeing in the group chat. You know, there's intramural. They're all on this team, by the way. We need people to show up for soccer. If we don't show up, he's gonna get fined. Now I'm like, damn. A, I don't want him to get fined, but B, if I don't pull up and this dude pulls up, they're gonna score 20 on us. So I pulled up.
I used to play soccer back in the day. You don't know. I could be like
You weren't there.
Bachara.
Why you-
I could
you
be clean with it.
You could, but
You don't know.
you have too much muscle. to
You're
be
from
Bachara.
Connecticut.
Oh shoot.
What does that mean?
Connecticut doesn't produce soccer players. You know that.
Google it.
Don't make me do that.
Anyways, so I pulled up the game. You know, we lost 6-9.
That's not how you spell Connecticut.
Wow.
You forgot the extra C, bro.
So,
Paul Hunter, of course.
Who is that guy?
Look at him, Tim Hunter. Whoa. Look at this.
They got Scott Cook.
Scott-
His brother.
Scott Cook. Yeah,
Bro.
that's the guy.
They have Gandhi.
Jaden just had an I show speed moment, bro. This man looks at the name and he's like, Gandhi.
That doesn't even say
It's
God.
clearly a B, bro. It's clearly a B. Anyways, so we pull up. We lost 6-9. I scored 5 goals. Ran out my goal for the 6th one. No biggie. And then, where are the claps? Thank you.
He scored 6 goals.
5, and I had an assist, basically.
Wait, who got the other goal?
Brian, he was standing in
Oh,
front of the
Brian's
goal and
right.
he deflected it in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe one day I will see him on this podcast.
So you're not the best striker in the world then, because you would have gone all 6.
No, that's not how that works.
That's not how that works. I was low-key carrying.
No, only low key.
Only low-key.
Only
Because
low-key.
Ian was pretty good
If
in
I was
defense.
there-
Our biggest
No,
mistake for
Ian,
the
you're
second half
correct.
was putting you in goal.
Yeah, I suck at goalie.
It's not your
Wait,
fault.
so
bro.
who is goalie?
Well, Raul was in goal at the first, but they scored in the first 5 seconds. It was
Damn.
bad. It was bad.
But
And
then you guys came back.
Yeah. We were up 2-1.
But
that was
you
the
were
last
on-
time we were up. And then I went in goal for a bit of time. We were like I don't know, a leaky whatever it
Leaky
is that's
faucet?
leaky. Literally anything that's leaky, that's what we were.
So you're telling me you don't have hands then?
Hey, I'm being goalie relies sort of on the outfield too.
Yeah, it does.
Sort of. But yes, I don't have hands. If I was better, we would have done better. Anyways, so yeah, I continue trying to study for it. 2 a.m. studying for it. 7:05 biochemistry. That's what I'm studying for now. Go to sleep because I figured, although I didn't finish the cheat sheet, sleep was more important. Wake up, first I try and find a ruler. No
I also
rulers
need
at
a ruler.
Lavert's, so I borrowed a friend zone rolls. Then I tried to print out my cheat sheet, but both printers were out of paper. So I just pulled up to the exam without a cheat sheet, and I don't know how that exam went either. Then on Thursday, the day after, I had to do an experiment. It took me like 6 hours. 6 hours basically, but like I had to leave and come back. So I'm counting that 6 hours. And then it was Friday, and Friday, we're filming this. So that was the adventure of this week. For
Sounds
me,
tough.
it was a tough week. I know this weekend I might have to drop a preset because I have stuff to prepare for.
So you should try my thing. Just let your brain just snap, and then you'll be better.
What does that mean?
Ezekiel, your thing is Hakuna Matata. I'm not sure if I can do Hakuna Matata like right now. But anyways, we just told you all the stories of our week. Anyone has any?
I have.
What? Yeah.
I forgot. There's one notable thing that happened this week.
Yeah.
So it's
You got a
actually.
girlfriend?
Why did you laugh? Why did we
It's
laugh?
actually out of pocket.
We should be laughing right now, but we are. It's funny.
That's actually out of pocket.
Did you?
No. Okay, no. So it was.
No.
I did not get a girlfriend, but
Oh, so you were
after
on a date a couple weeks ago.
no, I did not.
So you were really doing your pea set while eating a chicken sandwich at
Oh,
a restaurant
yeah.
in a nice suit. So you were just by
I was in a
yourself.
suit. I was wearing
No.
like something like this with like a polo. under.
Something that you wear it's like a date or something.
Yeah, so yeah.
So you were there, you and a chicken
was dating my
sandwich and a
pea set.
nice little
Bro,
pea
he was
set.
dating himself. You gotta take yourself out sometimes.
Yeah,
I have a friend who celebrates not their birthday 3 times, but they have 3 birthdays.
There's something wrong with
What?
it.
No, it's
Or-
not.
no,
No,
that's actually-
no. It's
What's
like
it- what-
you
what's
get
her
to
name?
treat yourself for one day because like
That
you
sounds
know
like, you know
the
what that sounds
like,
like?
you're
That
You
crazy.
know what it
sounds
sounds
like
like?
something.
It's like when girls say, I'm gonna go find myself in Europe. I'm gonna go travel the world and find myself. Where are you looking? You're right here.
Yeah,
There's nothing to
yeah,
find.
where are
That's
you?
what that guy's doing. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go treat myself like
It was
a
a girl.
queen.
Yeah.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Anyways,
Yeah.
You know, I'm not trying to get canceled. So
friend, I'm really sorry. I wasn't trying to disrespect you or set you up anything
No,
like
it
that. Anyways, yeah, she watches the podcast too.
What are you talking about?
I sent her the first episode.
Unsend it.
You were saying?
Okay. Anyway, after the last podcast episode, it was what, like Sunday night or whatever. I'm tired.
Yeah.
And I have stuff to do in the Monday morning. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna eat some stuff and I'm gonna go to sleep. And so then I'm in my room, like eating, like doing like a bit of my music homework.
Yeah.
And then I
it was
hear
easy for you though, because you're clean with it. Just putting the bars in, the tap in the notes.
it was taking me time. I was taking my time. I was
Yeah.
taking
Oh,
my
you
time.
took your
I was taking my time,
time.
making sure I don't.
He was
Yeah,
relishing
yeah.
it.
I
He was
internalize
relishing
the
it.
Yeah.
information for, so then in the
Yeah.
future it's faster. The compounding of knowledge.
Of course, of course,
Of course. And then like outside my door, I hear like the police saying like open up, like the police with flashlight. I'm like,
That's
what's
gotta be racist.
No, I was like, what's happening right now? They found out. They saw the podcast. And I'm like, so then I was scared. I was like hesitating. I'm like, should I go out right now? Should I go out right now? Should I
Gets
hide
you
in my
out.
room?
Wait, actually, don't open the door when the police come.
Well, I did. No, because I was thinking about. I was like, if I open the door and they arrest me, like, what's gonna like that's it's over. But then I'm like, wait, but it's even more so if I'm hiding in my room, knowing that
No,
they're
but also
outside.
they didn't know you were.
Yeah,
in
they
the
didn't know I
room.
was awake.
So you could have just kept it pushing.
True, I could have kept it.
You could have just kept the lights off and just stayed in your
True, I
bed,
did turn off the
and they
lights,
wouldn't
but
have
I was
seen
thinking
you.
about it. I was like, I'll maybe like I have to go. And so then I went out.
That's how people get caught.
What do you cowboy? I
'Cause,
didn't
like,
have anything.
I
to-
saw this video where this guy, he stole this guy's bag.
No,
right?
because-
And the police is knocking on the door. He's like, oh, the air tag tracked him back to this place. And if the man just stayed in there, the police would have left. But no, he came out and he sold. He sold.
Yeah, he sold. But
Because
the thing is,
the police officer was like, oh, I think I see weed in there. I think my money's inside. I think it's probably.
so funny.
Is that murder?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm gonna have to
yeah.
pop in there. If you don't open the door,
That murder is crazy.
Good.
That murder is crazy.
that's so funny.
Jaden?
No, but like, because to me, I made the quick decision where I was like, I had done nothing wrong, and like,
Yeah, I
if they're
had
coming
some
for me
time.
for something, then the me hiding is only gonna prolong that thing. So I'm just gonna go out. I don't know why I thought I actually did something wrong, but like I went out, and then like they're like, oh, like there's like some like glass shattering downstairs, so we came to check it out, and I'm like, what do you mean? But like there's no one. I'm like wondering how they got in because our front door is locked.
Yeah.
Like,
No, because they
just
didn't
smash
yo.
the glass.
No, so then,
Came inside.
so then, like 3 people who like lived next to me like came out.
Wait,
and then
we're
we
talking
went,
about your frat?
yeah, my frat. Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, and we came out and they're like,
How'd you miss
no, because
this?
my friend.
Continue.
No, and then like.
The police is like, there's a crime downstairs. Someone broke into your house. It was us.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. So they're like, yeah, like some heater like was not working downstairs, and so then they came to our place to check out to see if like there's any problems with our place.
Mm-hmm.
But in my mind, I'm like, how did they get in? And they're like, oh, we'll show you how we get in. Come with us. And they went into our kitchen and our back door, and then our back door like was like unlocked or something. We're like, you could just push in the door. And so the police came in. No, they came in. They came up the stairs.
For the record, the police broke into a frat house at MIT.
The door was open, so technically
The door
it's
was
not
like technically.
breaking in.
No, it's still breaking in because
it was
they're
kinda
not.
locked.
They're trespassing.
It was kind of locked. No one let them in. So they came up like the back door through the kitchen and walked into the place where they lived. And he actually opened my friend's door, went in with flashlights and said like, "Yo, anyone here?" And so my friend woke up. My friend was sleeping. He woke up and with the police shining flashlights. I was like, yo, I'd actually be traumatized.
Immediately, I'd be like, yo, I'm in his.
I was like, what? No, but that was like really funny, but also like kind of scary. The fact that happened, and I was like, I'd be traumatized.
I
if
think
were
they're not
him.
supposed to do
I don't
that.
know.
No, they're not.
I don't know if anyone should follow up on this. We're ending this section on the police broke into the house. That's what happened. Yeah. Anyways,
Oh, wait, what?
the next thing on the list, I think, was news stories.
Yeah, news stories.
News stories.
I
News
found
stories.
some-
Y'all ready?
Sounds
Oh
good.
yeah, yeah.
I found some random news stories that were trending, so maybe we can go check some out.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Let's check out. We going in order?
Anyone, yeah, order.
Oh snap.
Alright.
Do you want to do that thing where like
Oh,
you
I
try
guess.
and
Oh, snap.
hey yo?
Oh, snap.
Anyways,
Oh, snap.
Man, there's
Anyways.
mad ads here.
damn.
Yo,
Hey,
Matt,
chill.
Okay, so before we read this,
Yeah.
Okay,
What are
so
you-
we're doing that. We're doing that then.
Wait, hold on,
We're
I
trying to
did-
guess what the story's about.
Wait, chill.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
haven't-
yeah.
Well, that's what we're doing?
I think that'll be fun.
That's what we're doing?
I think we should try and guess the stories about based off the title.
Okay.
I haven't read any of these. I just
Okay,
saw
so
the title.
okay, so I'm gonna put it on the
okay.
screen right now, okay?
Okay.
Ignore the.
Although low-key,
Okay.
these things, some of these things are like
It's on screen.
high school stuff. What is this title about? I'm gonna read the title. Abraham Lincoln, a 214-year-old clown born the same year as Abraham Lincoln. That's low-key redundancy, but I guess fair. Found in Florida. Of course it was Florida.
Yeah,
What is this article about?
What's wrong with Florida? Nothing wrong with.
We can get into this later.
Okay,
So,
later. Yeah.
Not later today, though. We don't have time for that.
Neighbor clam. Who named this?
Who let him go?
James Cole. He's a Tallahassee Democrat. Makes sense.
Oh, shoot.
Who? What are you talking about? Now?
The author.
Also, you said
Oh.
Cole when it's clearly Call. It's CAAL.
Bro.
CALL. Oh
I
my
don't have my
god.
gla-
What is going on with me today? That's crazy.
See, I know how to spell. I still have my glasses on.
Oh.
Ah. I mean, I'd say I know how to spell, but I just did CAAL, so I don't really know.
Okay,
Yeah.
so apparently there's just a clam that's 214 years old. I don't know how rare that is. I don't know if that's cool or not, but like I'd kill it. Just like end it.
I'm
eat it?
saying, like,
Yeah.
the aging's gotta be crazy. I say eat it.
I don't. I don't
Nice.
know. But that take was- that
Oysters
take was-
oysters are good.
That was a
No, you
retake, huh?
I think
Oysters
you
are good, so clams must be good too. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not a big oysters fan.
Yeah.
That's a you problem.
I've never had oysters.
That's also a you problem.
Okay,
So
fair
what is
enough.
This one's not much to
So
actually
what- so
talk
what are
about.
they-
Actually, to be fair,
What's
oysters
on
aren't
here?
all
What does
that.
it
I'm
say?
sorry.
Yeah.
Would you like to read, Aiden?
Oh,
Sure.
Since you got good eyesight.
True. No way he took off the glasses.
Then again, Jane's right at the computer. He could read.
True, I could read.
Low-key, I
I'm
did this
also-
when
I'm-
someone did this to me, and I was thinking, oh damn, now I'm 6 eyes. Anyways, I'm an insect now. Anyways, Abraham Lincoln, what's quail clam? Anyway, quail clam believed to be 214 years old,
So they don't even know. They just believe. They're like, oh.
was released into the Gulf of Mexico last week by his caretakers at the Gulf Specimen Marine Lab. Ezekiel, why'd you get us this story again?
I just thought the name was cringy. The Abraham
Abraham.
Lincoln.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
AmeriCorps member Blaine Parker dug up the 2-century-old mollusk at Florida's Alligator Point. I'm sorry.
What's
I
the
saw
al-
Florida's Alligator Point and I thought FAP.
What?
Anyways,
Wow.
why?
That's
Florida's Alligator.
an
I'm
interesting
sorry.
association
I'm
you
sorry.
have in your
No,
head.
but it's like FAP. Like, it's right there.
I would
Anyways.
never put that
yeah.
together ever.
No.
That's like me reading Abraham Lincoln, a Quahog clan, and I'd be like, that's an aqua.
No, it's
coup."
not, because they have the capital letters, like, of the words one after the other after the other.
So you see, when you see Gulf of Mexico, you think GM immediately. That's what you see.
GSM.
No, because there's the oven between, and I've seen Gulf of Mexico, like, throughout
So
my
you
life.
see Gulf Specimen Marine Lab, you're thinking Gusmud.
No, it's just that this one actually forms a word that actually
No.
means something.
No. Yeah.
Anyways, Florida's alligator point while collecting shellfish to make chowder.
Oh, so you almost murked this guy.
I told you eat it. I told you eat it. Anyways, Parker said the clam is hefty enough to make 2 servings and has shells large enough to use as bowls to serve it in.
My man's thinking food terms. He said,
I told y'all.
"Oh yeah, this is about 2 servings and 2 bowls."
That's an interesting gesture you're making here with your hand.
Oh,
Hey,
this is
yo.
one?
Yeah,
That's
very
that's him measuring the clan.
Ah,
Okay.
we were just going to eat it, but we thought about it a while and figured it was probably pretty special, so we didn't want to kill it.
Based on what?
Based on what? Who let bro cook for real?
It's a big one, big boy.
Yeah. Florida man.
Didn't scroll.
You scroll more information? You want more?
Yeah,
Instead, he took it to the aquarium
Let me see
at
one of those
the
photos. Let me see one of those
Gulf Specimen Marine Lab, where he works as a
Oh.
specimen collector. Ah, he just has an eye
look
for
Oh,
at
that's
this.
my
guy.
boy. That's my boy.
This guy is big.
That's my boy.
Oh, that's a cool clam. That's actually a cool
He
clam.
said-
Yeah,
He
yeah,
has 2
it is a
servings.
big one.
Wow.
It looks like a big
cool.
nut.
What's wrong with you, Aiden? That's 2. That's 2 now. That's 2. That's 2 now for no reason.
Anyway, yeah.
No, it looks like the nut in the shell and stuff. I don't
That thing is
remember
cool.
which nut it is, but like
Like a
it
walnut.
does. Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's cool.
That's cool. Okay, next one.
There's some words that I just can't say anymore. Nut, I can't say anymore.
Let's see
Anyways.
this one.
Wait, no, let's do this. Okay, let's do this one. This one.
We're doing this one second?
Why not?
Okay, let's do the surfer one then.
Yeah.
The first one, the third one?
No, no.
The surfer.
Surfer.
What thing is a surfer? We just did that. Oh, we didn't do
No, we
that.
didn't
I
do
skipped
that.
it.
Oh, boys.
Who you
Surfer has legs snapped in 2 after being freaked out by a seal.
How does that happen?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like my guy was like, he's like, oh yeah, I'm surfing, dude. And he's like, oh yeah, this is fun. This is fun. The
Guys,
seal was just
I
like,
know how it happened.
And he was like, oh no.
I know how it happened.
How'd it happen?
He's English.
He was in the UK.
He was in the UK. They don't got waves over there, do they?
No, they do. It's cold over there.
Well, right. They just said it was in the UK. They never said it was English.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't do that to them.
Yeah.
He's also 42. That's a
Yeah,
that's
42
a,
is pretty old.
That's a ripe age for
Breaking-
breaking a leg.
No, that's really
that
da-
old,
Yeah,
bruh.
if you break your
What,
leg at
dude?
42, it may be done for you. Like, actually, right?
My guy's never surfing again.
Yeah.
Every time he sees a seal, he just PTSD. He's like, oh, yo, oh, yo, oh.
He's never gone to the ocean.
This man sees seals and thinks they're sharks. That's crazy.
So,
Anyways,
he was
Yeah.
no.
a 42-year-old man in the UK was surfing with a friend when an encounter with a seal ended in a gruesome injury. Nathan Phillips
Wait,
described as
hold on. I think he read that wrong. You got that was no emotion.
What do you mean?
That'd be like a 42-year-old man in the UK was surfing with a friend when an encounter with a seal ended in a gruesome injury.
Why do I have to read it like that though? Why do you
That's
think?
how- that's
why
how
are
they
you
wrote
not-
it.
Why
That's
is
how they wrote it.
why is Nathan Phillips worth my inflection?
Who's Nathan Phillips?
Exactly. Let me get to him. Nathan Phillips described as a local.
It's a baby.
Oh my
Okay, we
gosh.
close that, we close that.
Oh my gosh.
All these
Nathan
facts.
Phillips described as a local surfing legend. Really, bruh. Was surfing on a
What is
day
that? Who said
of
that?
powerful waves in Portleven, Cornwall,
Where's that?
I'm not checking.
in the UK.
It's in the UK somewhere.
When the incident occurred, leaving his leg snapped clean in 2, as reported by Devon Live.
What happened?
Devon Live does not sound like a real news channel. I'm sorry.
It is though.
Several
He's
media
doing the thing. He's doing the thing.
Several media outlets reported that the seal attacked him, which simply wasn't the case. But but Phillips seemed to imply by his explanations that he caught a wave to get away from the seal after being freaked out by it.
Wait.
I had just been paddling out and something started tugging on my leash. You a dog? The expectant father told Devon Life. Oh, yes, he is. It kind of freaked me out because I did not know what it was. After I worked out that it was a seal and fended it off, it was just playing, I think. But a wave crashed down on me just after that at a weird angle and sent my blood flying into my shin.
Oh.
That's kind of tough, huh?
That's
We
tough.
will not look at that. This guy.
I respect him. I respect him now.
Dude, it
I
probably,
just saw the picture and I'm like, yeah.
it probably hurts a lot, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
His leg snapped clean in 2.
But
Also, I feel like,
Mhm.
I don't know. Anyways, let me continue reading.
Okay.
I feel like freaked out is a stretch. Phillips clarified the incident further when he told ITV News West Country that he started freaking out about the seal, took off on a wave, and was in the barrel, and then the next thing I know, I hear a big crack and I was underwater.
Oh, he heard it. It's done.
I mean, they did say cleaning too. I suppose that's what happened. I remembered my mate saying he thought my board had snapped because of the sound, but then I realized it had been my shin when I felt my foot hitting the back of my leg. I just started screaming with pain, and my mate dragged me onto his board and told me to start paddling back to shore.
Wait, Jake, you a picture of a seal, like a nice like baby seal.
Y'all had better not get a sea lion,
No,
because I'll actually get upset if
Picture
y'all
of a
pull up a
seal.
sea lion.
Oh, look at that first picture. My boy broke his leg over that. Look how innocent he is. He was just.
Can the podcast
Look at
see?
this guy.
Can they like see it?
I'm buying this.
Nah, that's
There's
crazy.
no way, bro's ankle touched the back of his knee for that. That's so crazy.
That's really
Look
bad.
at the picture of that two that he holds two of them.
We're making fun of someone who snapped
Those
his
are
leg
not
clean
real.
into.
Oh, yeah, they're not real.
These are this guy's.
Hey yo,
That guy's a crack. That guy is overdosing.
it's the eel one that's for me.
What?
What is going on here?
Hey yo.
What is going on here?
Whoa.
Okay, come on now.
Hey.
Come on now. Man's
Look at this one.
Man.
Hey, it could have been a leopard seal. No, it
Man's
probably
let
wasn't
his
a leopard seal.
Achilles.
It probably wasn't a
man's
leopard
let his
seal.
Achilles touch his hamstring.
That's
For-
a seal? I'm not even sure that's a seal. The flippers make it look like a seal
of
lion.
approval.
That's not fun.
These people are great writers.
Oh, fantastic.
If only I'd known it was this easy to get a job, I would have come
This
here.
man is making fun of the
Well,
Guardian.
you say that,
bro.
but maybe they have good resumes. They're just like, you know.
Anyways, I don't know if there's anything else. Oh,
They're
right.
probably not. Oh.
I just started screaming with pain, and my mate grabbed me onto his board and told me to start paddling back to. What? Wait.
I mean, that's
Your
fair.
mate told you to start paddling back to
Yeah.
shore.
That's what you do. Like one time I was skateboarding on my skateboard. I was going down a hill about 25 miles an hour. I fell off. I cracked my knee on the ground.
That's nice.
Blood dripping everywhere. And I don't like blood. Now, I'm okay with other people's blood. If other people bleed, I could go fix them up, whatever. But if I'm bleeding, I start getting lightheaded. There's like something called vasovagal syncope. I start having that thing. So I'm about to black out. And I'm
You
with my
play the
dad,
violin
right?
for him.
And my dad's riding his bike next to me. And then my dad looks at it. My knee's dripping in blood. And he's like, all right, get back up and skateboard home. And I'm like, I can't.
Your dad's
He's like,
based.
what do you mean you can't? Just get up and do it. Like my knee's like broken. He's like, that's too bad. How you gonna get home then? So then I was like, look, just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. So I was just sitting, just like in the middle of the road, just like looking at my leg. It's dripping. He's like, don't look at it. And I'm like, okay. Then I skateboard back home. Then I got home and I looked at my leg and it was covered in blood.
Based.
And then
Nice.
I almost passed out.
This is a tough guy, ladies and gentlemen. Don't mess with him.
And now to this day, my knee is still messed up.
Wait,
Actually-
for real?
Yeah, it still kind of hurts. That's why when I hit it the other day, it was in a lot of pain. I'm pretty sure I broke my knee and I never went to the doctor for it.
That's crazy.
Go now. It's not too late.
Yeah, my dad told me to do that last time I saw him.
Oh yeah.
I didn't go.
Was that like 10 years ago?
No. Did you see-
Oh my bad.
Anyways,
Yeah,
do y'all want to continue? Do y'all want to
Okay,
continue
go
reading this story, or do y'all want to go to the next
Wait,
one? Okay,
he's
bet.
6'2". Well, hold on. I need to know more.
What? Oh, he's 6'2".
Too tall to fit in the Cornwall Air Ambulance.
Dude, these
Hold on.
British people are different.
So you trying to tell me that they only made
Guys, it did this again.
They said break his
CA.
other leg
CA.
just so they could fold him in. That's crazy. That's so crazy.
Oh my gosh,
But
that's
They
crazy.
only make the air things for smaller people. That's crazy. They're
That's crazy.
Bro.
6'2" that's tough. My dad would be able to fit in there. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
Anyways, next
next
story.
one?
Next
Yeah,
story.
next one. That's the one I've been waiting for.
Oh yeah,
Don't
they
scroll down
snorkeled.
again.
Don't scroll
Oh,
down.
don't scroll down. Okay.
They snorkeled on a Hawaiian honeymoon, then abandoned, swam for their lives. Suit says.
Okay, what do you get from this? So suit says means that they're suing.
Yeah.
Snorkel in Hawaii on honeymoon. So happy couple just married. Abandoned. Abandoned.
Bro, this sounds like shipwrecked.
Okay, let's find out.
Shipwreck.
Let's find out.
What do y'all think happened?
What do I think happened?
I read the
Yes.
first
How'd
one.
they
I
get
think that
abandoned?
they have. Oh, how'd they get back? I don't
No,
know.
how'd they get abandoned?
I think they well like normally when you go snorkeling, you have like a boat, like like you go on like with a company and they take you out,
Yeah.
and then you go in the water, and then you come back up and you go back on the boat, but the boat just left before they came back. I don't know how that happens,
Okay then.
Oh,
You
wait.
have any opinions,
How
or
do
you
you-
just
how
want
do
to keep going?
How do you think this went down? How do you think this went down?
or they got lost. Because like if they
But
go
they
underwater,
couldn't sue if like 'cause this is they were abandoned.
No, because like if they get lost and then they can't find the boat and then the boat leaves because they can't stay there all day,
Yeah.
then that is also likely to
But how
happen.
do you
Yeah.
think this went down? Like you think like, so like they're him, husband, wife, they're swimming around looking at a little fish.
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
cool,
yeah,
right? They're like, oh, this is so cool. Now guys, we're like, well, like, this guy's like, he's like really into the coral right now. He's like, yo, this one's really cool, right? And then, like, I'm betting his wife comes up and he's like, yo, what should we name the husband? What should we name the husband?
Jack.
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 Yo,
That-
Jack.
That's probably his name.
Jack. Jack.
Yeah.
Jack. Like, wait, someone's gotta be.
You want
Mary?
Mary. Who wants to be
Her
the
name
wife?
is
Who wants to be
not
the
Mary.
wife? Who wants to be the wife?
I guess.
Her name
they
is-
give us the hardest jobs. What the heck? Let's go.
Okay. So I'm Jack. I'm looking at the coral. I'm seeing the fish. I'm like, oh, look at that one. Oh, that one's cool. That one's cool. Hey. Mary. Look at this one. Look at that one. That was crazy. Right? That was crazy.
Wait. Pause.
Aren't they
We're
underwater?
talking underwater?
Nice.
No.
What's looking at coral?
So my head's like underneath, and I pop back up every few seconds. It's just snorkeling.
Well, snorkeling could be like you go down.
Okay, fine. We're not talking underneath the water. The wife is
Just
above
pointing?
ground. I'm so.
No, both
Above
are
ground?
both are
Bro.
normally together.
Bro.
Underwater.
Okay.
we
Both
need to start reading, bro. This
guys
story is getting too complicated. I'm
guys-
sorry, bro. Next time you can tell the story.
Unlucky.
Damn, 2 years ago, and they're still pissed.
I mean, that's how long it takes to get a suit done.
Yeah.
That's true.
They're trying to get the paycheck.
They're trying to get a tailor done.
No, because like the honeymoon made them go bankrupt. So they're like, yo, we gotta get the money back.
America. In September 2021, Elizabeth Webster and
We were completely
Alexander
off.
Burkle, I mean, yeah,
Oh. Okay.
were finally on the Hawaiian honeymoon they had delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The couple from Hayward in the San Francisco Bay Area, both of whom have graduate degrees from Stanford,
That's why they got lost.
booked a snorkeling expedition with the company Sail Maui. They and 42 other passengers boarded a vessel and
Those are
headed
the
out
only ones left behind.
to the waters between the islands
Okay,
of
now it
Lanai
makes sense.
and Maui
Yeah, it makes sense now.
for the first of 2 scheduled dives, according to court documents. After about an hour, Webster and Burkle attempted to swim back to the boat, but found that they were not getting any closer. They started swimming harder for about another 15 minutes, and it seemed like the boat was going into deeper water.
You
The
know
couple's
that-
eternity.
You know that scene from Avatar: Last Airbender when he finds that he's on top of the lion turtle and it's like a moving island? that was them. They're like, wait, are we moving backwards or is the boat moving farther away?
That's
crazy.
crazy. Jinx.
Jinx.
Jinx again.
Unlucky. You got double jinx.
They started swimming harder for about another 15 minutes, and it seemed like the boat was going into deeper water. The couple's attorney, Jared Washkovitz, said in an interview with The Times. They were trying to swim toward it, and the water was getting rougher. At that point, they realized that the boat was actually leaving them.
Who would have thought?
Wow.
That's crazy. I need to know
Yeah.
why. These
Well,
people
there
are
was
probably
42
bad.
of them.
Yeah.
So they-
they're broke. They like I thought they were gonna go like
Yeah,
you know,
those
like,
private.
Yeah, private.
I
Like
thought,
two
this
on
is how
one.
I thought it went down. I thought it went down like this. So
We
they
really
take-
looked at Stanford grads, and we were like, "Yo, bro,
No, we didn't know there's
yo,
Stanford
bro,
We didn't know.
boys."
So I thought.
But now it makes sense that they're broke. Like,
yeah. So this is what I thought went down. They went out. They rented this private boat. They're having this nice, lovely evening, right? And they so when they went to, they were like, oh, we're gonna go snorkeling, right?
Yeah.
It was like spontaneous moment of decision. They see this guy with a sign up. He's standing in the corner, right? He's
Yeah.
like, hey guys, I got a boat. We can go snorkeling, right?
Yeah.
You know. And they're like, he's like, I'll give it to a reasonable price.
That's
it's only gonna
crazy,
be
bro.
it's only gonna be $5,000. You know, the other people down there, they take 42 people, 50 people.
We really doing
and
something
they charge
Maui
you,
like that.
They
That's
charge you
crazy.
6,000, 7,000. I'll give it to you for
Sail
5,000.
Maui.
Private ship. You can have your little nice little dinner here after the boat
Mm-hmm.
thing. So
Yeah.
so they're like, all right, man. So the man drives him out there, and so then they jump in the water. And what's his name? Alexander. He's having fun. And then Mary's like, Alex.
Damn, we really just
I mean,
called her Mary.
what's
again.
her name?
What's
Elizabeth.
her name for real? What's her name for real?
Elizabeth.
is there some?
Elizabeth's like, Alex. He's like, what? Alex. Oh, wait, is there a cool fish over there? Alex, where's the boat?
They're fish. They can talk in the water.
No,
they're above water.
They're above
They're
water.
above water now.
He's like, where's the boat?
Yeah.
He's like,
Where's the
what do you mean, where's the boat? It's right.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was cheaper.
It was just. I swear, it was just. Oh, they must have went down.
Oh, there it is. Let's just swim towards it.
Yeah, I think I see it down there. So, swimming, and his wife's just like, where is it, Alex? Alex, where is it?
Yeah.
You said it was right here.
Why is it Alex's fault?
Alex, where is
It's
it?
always the guy's fault.
No.
Continue.
Alex, where is it? Where is it? He's like. Alex contemplates his whole life. He's thinking to himself like, damn, I just got married to get divorced. So he's like,
I should have went to MIT.
he's like, damn.
Actually,
That's
Although,
crazy.
if you look at MIT Confessions, he probably wouldn't have had a stable relationship if he got here.
no.
Let's
Let's
not get into it because like MIT Confessions, I don't know what I left when they were in the down bad arc. Now they're in the cheating arc, and I do not know whether I want.
I
to.
left
But
when they were in the
that's
depression
crazy
arc.
though. Yeah, because I was in the
Yeah, we
depression
were
arc.
both in the depression.
And then there
arc.
was like the anger arc. Where they started roasting. So it starts like it
I
starts
missed
with
that
the
one.
depression arc. No, we were in the anger
Was
arc
I?
because we got roasted. So it goes like
Oh,
it was depression
yeah.
arc.
Oh, yeah, people were mad.
Then people after the depression arc, people just start getting mad. They're like,
Yeah.
"Yo, people blasting music on the field. I want you shut." And then they're like, "Construction workers. I hate the construction workers." Blah blah. They're like roasting it. And then we got roasted.
For context, guys,
Right?
all these the crime of these dudes was talking near an elevator, and some twins.
Shut up.
Whoa! I don't know
What are you talking
about.
about right
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you
We
talking
were-
about right now?
Me and Jane used to talk a lot by the elevator,
We did.
and there was this girl. She'd walk by us every night. And she'd call us, "Hey, you're the elevator people." And,
Yeah.
You know, that's the story.
That's how it
And
started.
That's how it started.
That's how it
This is
started.
The elevator.
Exactly.
If you guys didn't know, crazy review.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Wow.
This,
Yeah.
this is the
lore.
episode. It's the
The
big
lore.
episode. This is where you find out how we became the elevator.
Yeah.
So this is where I started. So thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah. It's been fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
Damn, the one time I get to host and they're like, "Yeah, this thing is trash. We gotta pack it up now."
Unlucky.
Right. So you have anything else to say about Alex and Elizabeth?
Well, the worst. Yeah.
Lizzie?
Wait, will they
Liz?
get P?
Ellie?
Well, let's
This
step
man
back.
really said Lizzie and
So
Ellie.
they
That's
now they have
crazy.
PTSD symptoms, sleepiness.
Why are we laughing, guys? Guys,
No,
this is serious. they got
only
left
he's
behind
laughing.
in water.
Okay, that's not.
That's not funny, bro.
No, it's kind of bad.
They went
like,
to Stanford.
yeah, because it's not like the boat just wasn't there. It's like the boat was like actively like going away.
That's kinda
Like
fun, yeah.
you can see it and like
I'd be traumatized.
yeah, that's
Uh,
Well, 'cause if it was in the scenario that I imagined, I can see Alex having PTSD,
Yeah.
but not from the boat.
Oh. No,
That would
because
be it for him.
the thing is, like, the amount of stress that you have is so great. Because, like, you think that you could possibly die because
Yeah,
of
but
this.
also you don't.
You run out of
Imagine how
oxygen,
far you
like,
are from like
stamina.
from like the mainland.
Yeah,
like, you're probably mad far.
and you're like,
Nah,
we're gonna
because
die.
like I'm just thinking, what if maybe not shark? Oh yes, maybe what if like some accident happens and some creature gets them?
That's
you
not,
know?
That's not happening.
That's
That's not
unlikely.
happening?
Unlikely.
No,
You're more
happening?
likely to get killed by a coconut than killed by a shark attack.
Well,
I just said animal. I didn't say shark because like I knew
Well,
sharks
the
were
did you
animals
watch
aggressive.
Avatar 2?
Huh?
I did.
What?
There was a whale in there.
Yeah, there's a whale in Avatar
In which
2.
cartoon? In which?
Avatar 2.
The Way of Water?
Yeah, there was like
If
water.
they watched it, they
Guys,
would not have been shown.
I'm not wasting my money on the blue people. I'm sorry.
Well, no, you're missing out. You're missing.
No, I'm not.
because, like,
I'll be
no, no,
racist
'cause
against the blue people
No, 'cause
happily.
No, but the
Wow.
thing is, you don't understand because the main character guy, like he turned against the entire human race for some blue woman.
Yeah.
This
Actually,
man,
singular.
for some-
this man
for
turned
some
against the
light-skinned
entire
blue
human
woman.
race
A light-skinned
for
blue
someone
woman. Yeah.
he might
Yeah,
not
that's
even
what-
be able to reproduce with. This is why I'm racist
What?
against
No, but
the
like,
blue
there's
people.
something like if
They're
you really think
aliens,
about it-
Jaden. There's no guarantee they're compatible.
Well,
What
no,
are you
he was
talking about
definitely
now?
compatible.
Oh, he was compatible.
That's
How
the
do you say it
whole
like that?
point
Why
of
is he saying it like that? That's kind of weird, right?
the movie. That was the point of the movie, though. Like they turned him blue. But I'm thinking to myself, like, oh,
Ah.
that's why
they
it's
changed his
Avatar.
word.
Because like his avatar is the alien.
This is ridiculous,
What?
bro.
That
This
movie's
is why
fire,
I did.
And also this
movie was
girl,
really
this
cool.
this lady, she's like the female like second like she's like up there. in,
Yeah,
like,
she's like the
ranks, right?
princess. pretty
Yeah,
much.
and she's
betrothed.
to some guy, right? Like the supposed to
She
be
has
like,
the
leader guy,
pronunciation problems. I have the spelling problems.
right?
Mm.
Yeah.
And she chooses to mate with this buck.
She didn't mate with him. Why are you saying it like that?
She did mate with him. What are you
No.
talking about? Didn't you see the scene where she was like, "Oh, we're bonded forever now"?
That's,
You were watching porn?
No, that was in the movie.
There was porn in the movie?
No, they didn't show
That's close.
anything. But it was
Ah.
pretty close. They barely wear any clothes.
yeah.
Ah.
They touched tips.
Oh shoot.
I was like, wow, that's good.
Anyways, I don't know if we really need to continue this story.
No.
Plus,
you
I
talking
feel
about?
like we're kind of at
Okay,
a
like-
good position to like move on to the next
Yeah,
thing.
like on last note, like on one hand, like there's a possibility that they actually are pretty traumatized. On the other
What
hand,
possibility? What do you mean?
That is
Dude,
wrong
I
of
mean,
you,
they're never
bro.
going on a
That's
boat
wrong
again.
of you.
They're
on the other hand, if it was me, if I was Alex, and the boat left me, and I can see the boat, bro, I'm suing so hard. I'd be like, oh PTSD. Oh, every night I wake up and I see the boat get into deeper and deeper waters.
Damn.
My life.
Damn.
I need to pay for my
wow.
my honeymoon. Yeah, please.
Damn.
So some one thing.
Elizabeth is definitely saying
So-
something like, Alex, you better calm down now before I leave you like that boat that left us.
Oh shoot.
You know,
crazy.
Alex was freaking out, and Elizabeth was just like,
That
Damn.
you don't know that.
Damn.
Thing is, so it looks like that they did head counts of 42, and then they used a clicker and counted to 44. Bruh, there's no way that happened. You must be lying. There's no way. That's absolutely
misclicked.
Nah, that's crazy.
That's kind of insane.
That's crazy.
Wait, so there was 42 on the ball originally. 2 of them go missing, and they get 44. That's not
quick
even
maths.
crazy.
Quick maths.
And they
quick
added
maths.
4 extra people.
Quick
Not-
maths.
Not 2, but
Quick
4.
maths.
It doesn't make any
I
sense.
think no. I just think they really wanted to get rid of them. These people definitely did
What?
something, bro.
Nah.
I don't know what they did,
Nah,
but
they
they
gotta
definitely.
This is
Yeah.
actually insane. No,
This is
so, like,
crazy.
they were like half a mile from like offshore, and so they swam to the Lanai shoreline because the boat's captain said not to go there
Lanai?
because there's shallow reefs and stuff. But then they made it to like this one random shore, and they wrote SOS and help in the sand, like a movie. But then the boats passing did not help them. And then
So it's not one, but
And
2
then
boats
two-
that left them.
Yeah.
These dudes definitely
Yeah.
did something, bro.
And then 2 Lanai residents found them and gave them water and allowed them to use the phone.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. But yeah, that's it.
That's
That's pretty
crazy.
funny, actually.
Anyways, getting on like I guess we gotta move on from this
Yep.
unfortunate couple to get into all couples because yeah.
All couples.
Yeah, we're getting into the couples
Jade said
thing
something
now. It's the
controversial.
question is very simple
Oh no.
because it's motivated by a conversation we had with our boy Jaden here. We're gonna go around. We're gonna say the
Around.
word, the one word. I haven't thought of it yet, so just wait on me. Because I'm the host.
Well, I have to go first then because I'm gonna someone might steal my word.
No, you don't. Y'all can have the same word, and y'all can work off of each other. It's called cooperation and teamwork. It's
Well,
very
that's
important
what,
here.
That's what a relationship is.
Ooh.
You just stole my word.
Ooh.
So-
Ooh. Anyways,
Anyways.
very simple. Relationships are blank. Ian, go. First word that comes to mind.
Okay. What kind of relationship though? You know?
What?
You know what we're talking about, Ian.
We're just-
Relationships are blank.
Business relationship.
No, we're not talking business relationships.
Business relationships are
So-
OP.
Not
That's what we
business
have here.
relationships. Okay. So like
Yeah.
Relationships are blank.
relationships are blank.
What's, that's a really
Stop interrupting him.
That's a great question.
Oh
I feel like
got told.
relationships are like
This man's using the public speaker in him. Jaden, go. This man's annoying me.
Well,
we're going.
yeah,
we're gonna
true.
come
Wow.
back
The
to you.
politician,
We're
he's
coming
like-
back to you.
No,
Wow.
that's a
We're
great
coming back to
question,
you.
yo.
Jaden, one word.
I
Relationships
got
are.
scared. Oof.
Well, you just say
I'll go.
A scam.
Honestly,
Relationships are.
fruitful.
Relationships are for me work. That's what it's work.
Work.
That was
Relationships
actually a better
are.
one.
He copied homework.
Like
Okay.
Work was better.
you know how there's like there's like okay I'm going back to like high
Ian,
school like
Do you need to stand up?
no
Okay.
no.
I just need to check to see if this was a skit.
No.
Continue.
I'm just okay. So you remember back in like high school, like biology, there's like
A man and a woman.
Wait, no!
Wait,
I'm joking.
Jay, are you able to register for next semester?
No.
Oh, I see why now.
No.
Hold up. Serious question. Jaden, have you done your DEI?
No.
Oh
Actually,
my-
speaking
oh
of the
my God.
speaking
Oh
of the
my
DEI, I
Oh
got an
my
email
God.
saying today they extended it for the last time until the 20th, and then on the 21st you're being placed on hold for your registration, so you will not be able to register for classes.
Oof.
So
in
you
summer.
can just do it.
I could just
DEI
do-
means
I don't have
diversity,
time.
equity, and inclusion. All MIT members have to
True.
do it. It was due February 20th.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right,
Yeah, and this boy has just simply not done it. It's
Yes.
crazy.
I've been doing stuff. I if I
But you
had
haven't
time, I
done
would do it.
that.
No, but not that though.
Because I didn't have time to do it either, but I still did it anyways.
Yeah.
And Ezekiel learned a lot of things from
Oh,
the
I
DEI.
learned
we will not get into it this
Why is he
podcast.
smiling like that?
We can talk about DEI masters next podcast,
True.
maybe.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, that's a next
Yes.
podcast thing.
Well,
Ian?
actually, we probably should never talk about it ever.
I think we
That's
already did
fair.
it in the first
That's
episode,
fair.
right?
That's
second
that,
one.
that might be
Second one,
that
yeah.
might be in hidden segments.
Patreon?
Ooh, Patreon.
Oh,
Coming
Patreon.
soon.
You want to hear it? You
Alrighty.
want to hear it?
Ian?
Okay. So
Basement levels. I think basement levels is a better name.
I don't know if you want to go
Basement.
to the basement.
Yeah.
The
What about the
underground.
penthouse?
The underground.
Under-
the back,
Would you want to go to the penthouse or the
streets.
underground?
the back
Ian,
Nice.
continue.
okay, where was I? Right.
Yeah, we're in high school biology.
High school
I'm-
biology.
yeah, sure,
You're in
Miss-
high
school
Mrs.
biology.
White's my professor.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs.
Okay.
White. Okay.
Yeah.
That's classic.
So
And Mrs. Black was sitting next to me.
What?
anyway,
so
Mrs. Black was not the person sitting next to me.
there was three types of relationships, right? It was like mutualism, like
This was
You
in high
have
school
got
biology.
to be
What are you
kidding
talking
me.
about?
No, this
You've
was
got to be kidding
This
me.
was.
bio?
No,
Mutualism,
regular bio.
parasitism,
yes.
Wait, regular. You're talking
and
about
that's what
regular?
we're getting at. What's the C one again?
I don't remember.
It's the one where one person
Commensalism?
relies
Yeah.
on commensalism. Yes, that's what it
Yes.
was.
So
Not
I-
as jaded.
Oh, I did it.
That
So-
is jaded.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like relationships are like mutualism, you know?
I don't know what that is. You're gonna have to explain.
Mutualism is beneficial to both people. Parasitism is one person benefits
That's
and
most
the
I
other
mean,
person.
okay,
relationships.
ideal relationships are mutualism.
Ideal. Yeah.
We're not talking about
But-
ideals. We're just talking relationships.
but
in
most-
general.
Okay,
Are parasitic.
Yes.
yeah, it could be like, you know, it
Sorry.
could be
A large
like,
portion of the market.
No more
One of
interjecting.
those,
let,
you
him,
know?
let him speak.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Fine.
it. Oh, my bad.
So you're saying relationships are parasitic,
That's not
but
what
they
he said.
should be mutualistic in their like
Putting
most
words in his mouth.
relationships.
He said none of those
He
things.
said-
You just said that. That's what he said.
No,
No.
you said that he feels like they're mutualism, and then you added all
No,
So, like,
but
they
he
could
said,
be
and I
parasitic.
changed it to most. He's like, okay, yeah, maybe. And you're like parasitic and stuff like that, right?
That's what I said, but that's not what he
Oh
said.
my gosh.
I feel like maybe, what was the third one?
Commensalism.
Yeah, I feel like most of them are in like that category.
What's
Okay.
that one? I don't know.
It's
what
like
that
one
is.
person benefits and the other one's like other person is just the same to them.
See, the only understanding of relationships I have is
Low-key,
from
there was
differential equations.
There was someone who on
Juliet.
there was someone who was on MIT Confessions who said something like, "Oh, I cheat on my girlfriend, and yeah, like she doesn't know, and she's happy, and I get whatever's, and we're cool with that." But that's basically what he said.
Oh,
That's
MIT
basically what he
That is
said.
different.
That's
That is
basically
different.
what he said.
Confessions is so toxic. People think that
Yeah,
because
they-
they're anonymous, they can literally do anything.
Yeah.
Like people be out there be like, yeah, so I just beat up this kid. the other
Should we
day
tell them
for
what
no
MIT
reason."
Confessions
Yeah.
is?
Huh?
I
It's
think
so
I'll get
good.
into what MIT Confessions is. Yeah, so MIT Confessions is basically like it's just like an anonymous form. It's like I don't know if y'all follow College Festing on Instagram. It's like for all the schools. MIT Confessions is like that, but it's just MIT people who are just talking about experiences. A lot of them bad. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes they recognize like good events and stuff.
Nope.
No, they
That's
do.
never
They
happened.
do. They do. They do.
Nope.
They do.
I guess you're.
They do.
Not last
No,
year.
that's factual.
Last year, at the Ty Lopez event, Ty Lopez came. They're like, "Why'd they put this like black tall
Hey,
guy on my street?"
Hey, some people said that, but there were other people who were like,
No.
"Oh yes, it was great."
No one said
There
that.
was.
Wait,
There was. I
no,
remember
wait,
that.
it's not
I
Ty
remember that.
Lopez.
It's
Who's
Ty
it?
Verde.
Yeah.
I always mess these up.
Anyways, do we
I
want
actually
to
know the
do we
title.
want to extrapolate on the different words we chose, or do we just want
I want to hear more about Jaden's.
Oh wow.
Right. What did you say again?
A
I said,
scam.
I said a scam.
A scam. Okay.
Elaborate.
No,
So
elaborate.
it's based off the assumption that most relationships are parasitic in nature,
Okay.
and that one person.
Is that a good assumption?
Yes.
Okay.
If we won't elaborate. No, but essentially it's like so. There's a few problems that I have with
Okay.
relationships. Not that I've
Okay.
ever been in one, but you could say this is cope. It probably is, but I'm gonna give my take.
Okay.
Cope?
I can
Yeah.
feel it from here.
What's
you
cope?
feel the cope?
Yeah, I can feel the cope from here.
What's cool?
It's coping.
Oh, you never.
Ah.
Yeah.
No, I thought he was trying to say cop. Sorry.
No. He's on
Continue.
copium right now.
Yeah. I'm
Gotcha.
inhaling
Continue.
A lot of copium.
Continue.
But anyway, so I think that like there's like so one of the primary things, like even if it's a good relationship, right? Like you're now becoming reliant on this other person.
Yeah.
And let's say things go wrong
Yeah.
and then like you now become single.
Yeah.
You are now no longer an independent human being. Which is actually like a pattern you see a lot. Because a lot of people when they come out of relationships, they just go they're kind of looking at like the next thing, like what should they do now? Like who's the next person I should like get with or whatever. You know what I mean? Or they're sulking for like a long time. So they're basically like in a period of like sulking for a long time, and then they look for another relationship. And so then they never actually like kind of like develop their own like individual like ability to live on their own.
I see.
And that's what
Okay.
that,
I was just about to ask if anyone wants to get in on that because I do have an opinion,
okay.
Wait,
but I'll wait until
okay.
y'all get
You
into
sort
it.
of
This is
went
the
back to what Jonathan said about like, is it worth getting into a relationship if it's going to
See
end?
the previous episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's a good-
And I said like I think I said last time that I think it's worth it because like the experience that you have there are always going to be more worthwhile than the actual outcome, even if it fails.
Mm.
But I think on the other hand, like the religious definition that people often say is like a good relationship is when someone loves another person, it's when they will the good of the other, right? And I think to have someone that wants the best for you and will do anything for you to become better, I can't see that as being like a non-rewarding experience. Like even if it doesn't end well, like let's say like one time I was out and about and this old lady had a conversation with me and my dad. And she was talking about how her husband had recently died, right? And she's been married to him for maybe like 50 years, right? So like she's like, you know, they're like one unit now, right? And now she can't afford to pay for the house. He was making most of the money. Now she has to move out. She doesn't know how to.
Bro didn't leave it for her in his will.
No. Like they were still paying for the location.
Okay.
Well, I don't even think it's that. I think it's just like whatever like stuff that needs to go on around the house, like the heating, the water, because it was a massive house. Like he was like a doctor or something along those lines, right? So like she was like really like heavily reliant on him, right? And she really cared for him, right? And they had their thing, right? And it's like now she has to be on her own, and she was like, I'm scared to be alone. And like that was really sad like for me, because I was feeling sort of the same emotions, not from that, just the idea of being alone, which is like is very frightening to me, right? But like on the other hand, it was like I bet if I asked her, if you knew this is how it was gonna end up, where you don't know like where you're gonna live now, you don't want to rely on your kids, you can't afford to have this house, now you're gonna have to move to somewhere new, have to meet new people, you have to like do all these things that you're not comfortable doing, that you haven't done like by yourself for a long time, you haven't been all along. If I asked her if you knew this is how it was gonna end, would it still be worth it to have gone through those 50 years that you spent married to this guy? I guarantee you she'd say 100% of the time that the time she spent with her husband were like the best part, like some of the best parts of her life, because they had a bond that allowed them to each perpetuate becoming better people. Like people used to get married a lot younger because people wanted to grow up with their spouse. They wanted to be able to learn how to be an adult, what it meant to be human, what it meant to be a good person. And they did that by bouncing off each other, like by working with other people, because people are social creatures. Like even if you're not in a relationship, people are still looking for other people to help them. Like there's no one who's actually independent. There aren't independent people. Like people who do things by themselves still get help from other people because they rely on things that are made by other people. Like there are very few people who just do it all by themselves. I actually don't know any of them, but I think that most people for the most part are dependent on other people. So I can't see like I can see how bad relationships would be a bad experience, but even bad experiences can teach you about how to find good ones, because then you know what to avoid. So that's my little 2 cents.
Ian, do you have anything to say or?
No, I think I agree with that.
Okay.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I agree with you. I just have points to add. Like, the lady had obviously a very good relationship. I do think like the relationships that Jaden's touching on are not necessarily like that lady's own. And I do get what you're saying about like relationships ending and then looking for people, because like when a relationship ends, speaking from personal experience, like it's just like there is a void that's there, you know, because you made space for somebody and they're not there anymore to fill that space. And like that's when you kind of have to like kind of be in control of yourself, kind of just note, okay, yeah, I feel kind of abandoned right now. Start to prevent yourself from doing things that you might regret later. What else did I want to say? I'm thinking about the book that came to mind, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I did not read the whole book. Nonfiction is not my thing. I did not read the Cliff Notes. I read the first chapter, but I think it's kind of suitable for like first 2 chapters, or maybe first chapter, first 2, whatever. It was pretty useful.
2 habits, or were you still in 1 habit and you got 2
One
chapters?
habit, Ezekiel.
That's
One
not-
habit.
finish a full habit.
Yes, I did finish a full habit. Whatever. I think it's suitable for this though. What he was talking about were like the different levels. I can't get into everything because I can't remember, but he was going dependent, independent, and interdependent, right? So it's better to be an independent person than a dependent person. But people by nature rely on each other, and so it's best to be an interdependent person. He could have written the book. So whilst like there are relationships that I agree could be a scam, like people just get in for their own benefits and stuff like that,
Which is a large portion of them.
which might be a large portion of them at certain points in time. I think that relationships like I don't think that if you're a good person and you're getting in a relationship and it doesn't work out, that automatically means that relationships are a waste of time, because people go through hardship in life. Like there's like basically something that I tell myself all the time is like everybody goes through something. Like nobody really knows what people are suffering through, and a lot of times like the empathy that people lack is because people just see someone's efforts and they just see someone achieving not even they see someone's efforts, they see someone achieving, but they don't recognize that the efforts they put in to get to that point, or they don't recognize that the person is struggling with something maybe completely different from whatever they're struggling with. And so they just get angry, they get jealous, and they lash out at people, or they speak behind people's backs and stuff. I could really get into this. I don't think I should. We don't have enough time. But I won't say that relationships are like a waste of time, especially if you're trying to do the right thing. I just think that there's some people who are just very bad people, and if you're wasting people's time in a relationship, you should probably leave. But yeah, that's my opinion. Like, people are built for interdependence.
People are built for relationship.
People are built for relationship, and so
Not necessarily
think
with
it's
people.
important.
Usually we say that about God. People are built for relationship with God.
I mean, to an extent, people are built for relationship to
Yes.
each other, so that we can,
Yeah, but normally
Pass it
that
on.
saying is said.
Yeah. But yeah, what do you think? What do you think, Jaden?
What do I
Throwing it
think?
back to you. Throwing it
Wait,
back
can I
to
just add one more
Because-
thing? I'll just add one more.
No.
This one-
Okay, he said no.
this
He
one-
said the coach said no.
No.
Who said no?
We've
So
been speaking
I
for a
was-
long time.
Yeah, so
We
I
don't
was
have
being
much time.
I was being quiet, letting you guys say your piece. But so I like don't disagree, but I don't
Okay.
100% agree solely
Okay.
because the proportion of relationships that exist in the way that you guys described them is like extremely small.
I was agreeing with the ones that you were saying though.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause-
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But the issue is that like most relationships are like 75 to 80%, I would estimate, are even more probably, but like I'm being conservative, are like of the nature that like
Why being conservative? Be liberal. I'm sorry. Continue. I was just messing around.
You're in the wrong.
I was just messing around. I was just messing around. Continue.
are like aren't just not necessarily benefiting either person.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
No. So it's not
that's-
independent, dependent, or interdependent. It's just bad.
Yeah, well, no,
It's not
because
even
like when I
parasitic,
say
it's
when I
just
say
bad.
benefiting,
Yeah.
like no, because like
It's a whole
'Cause you-
other
you s-
category.
yeah, it's like it's just so
Just detrimental.
it's just I wouldn't say detrimental, but it's like it doesn't spring people forward. It just holds people back.
Mm.
You know what I mean? That's generally like the relationships I see. So
Mm.
if they're not like pushing one person down, then they're like holding both people back from like what they could be doing on their own, and they don't realize that because in the
Are you
short
basing
term,
this off evidence, like from the internet, or
No.
like just literal,
From
like just watching
observation.
observation
That's
for
crazy.
people I know.
That's crazy. I'm sorry.
Experimental data.
I'm sorry. I'm
But
sorry.
he was not the tester. He was
I was
just
not
the
the tester.
scientist.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but like and that's like and that's problematic. I don't know. I just see that as like problematic. I just see it's like the likelihood that you find someone who is like not like so self-obsessed to like only focus
Self-absorbed, yeah.
self-absorbed and also like short-sighted, because a lot of people like the problem is that people are short-sighted and they want things that are like nice in the short term, which is like
Yeah,
I-
people want pleasure
Yeah.
instead of seeking happiness. Those are two
yeah,
very
exactly,
different things.
exactly. And so like in
Hedonistic.
seeking that pleasure, you get into relationships that provide that short-term pleasure, but then like in the long term it doesn't actually benefit you in like
Yeah.
many ways. Sure,
Mhm.
you gain things from them, but that doesn't mean that like you gaining those things would be better than if you were like to be like alone and like
I think
focus on things that you
that's sort of a fundamental thing that I think a lot of people nowadays miss. Or I guess people from all time. I think like a key component, like in order to like love another person, and like not just like in terms of like a relationship, in terms of like romantic, but to like love a family member, love a friend. In order to do that, that requires a certain amount of sacrifice. Like love is equivalent to sacrifice. Like in order to love
Work.
someone, you have to put in work, as Aiden said, right? Like in order to like that is what like love is. It's all about sacrifice. And the interesting about love too, and like 90 or like how it's supposed to be, is that love is not something that you can like win over. It's not something that you could like, okay, I'm gonna do like A, B, C, D. I'm gonna like write out this project. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna give it to them, and then that's what takes. Like, there's a certain threshold I have to reach, and then like I have to give them like this much money, and then to like that's not really how like love works. Love is something that's like freely given. It's something that's gifted to you, right? And the reason why people often feel unworthy of it is because when people give it to them, they often feel like, what did I like? What is my worth equivalent to get this free gift from someone? Because they chose to give this to me, and so.
And they're low-key right.
And you could think that's right, but the thing is like I think there's like, because of its free gifted nature and its sacrificial nature, it's very important to really think about like who you give it out to. And I think oftentimes people just go about their day and they're like, oh, I want to be in a relationship, I want to do this, and then they jump into things, right? But they don't really think about what's really important. Like when you have any kind of relationship, business relationship, a romantic relationship, a relationship with a family member, like friendship relationships, all of these things are founded upon baseline values. Like people are supposed to share values, but instead people share like things that they're interested in, right? They're like, oh, I'm like interested in like, you know, I don't know, hooking up or something like that, and then they link up together like that. But it's I think it's more about.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it's really more about like
It's
people
just
should focus
linking
on
up by hooking up and becoming friends. That one's kind of funny. But
Yeah,
continue.
it's really about like you if you can't share ideologies and you can't share values, if you don't have that at the base level, it's never gonna work out. Because when it comes to push comes to shove, and you have to make a decision, right? Someone's having a hard time, and we need to make a choice. Like this is what we have to do. You want that you're on the same page. You may have different solutions, but at least you can say like, we're going in this direction. We're going to the right. I don't know how we're gonna go this way to the right, but we're going this way. If one person wants to go right and the other person's going left, like completely opposite of what you want, it's not gonna work out. It's gonna be too much tension.
Even when somebody's going right and somebody's going like this, it still feels kind of frustrating.
Yeah, so it's like if you're like people can gain interest over time. You can learn to have the same interest as someone that you love, right? Like say you don't like to dance, right? But then your partner really likes to dance, and they say, well, let's take a dancing class together. You may not like it at first, but you say, I'll learn because I
dance
care.
with you. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. It sounded like
you
you could
can-
raise a lad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can learn to care about their interests. You can learn to do those things. You can't learn how to have the same values and ideologies. 'Cause that's what people are built off of. So that's my little spiel about that. I think it's like the reason why these things happen is just because people, as you said, are very short-sighted. They're like, oh, I want this thing now. But they don't think about like, what does it mean to actually be happy? What does it mean to love? What does it mean to have a relationship? And if people focused on those things, it still may not work out. But I think that the relationships that did happen would be far more fruitful, which is the word I used. Yeah, you see how I connected it. You know how it is. I'm just clean with it,
Cyclical.
yeah.
I respect
You know
it.
how
I
it is, you know
respect
how
it.
it is.
The only thing I might low-key disagree with you on is values. But I guess you never said the values were positive, like say in business relationships or like.
Yeah, no,
let's
just
say
to share values. They can be
just
bad
a share of
values.
values.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like you could both be
Yeah,
like, oh,
I can get behind that.
I'm about to like, so I'm gonna have this company or something like that, and then people are going to like put their money into my
Yeah, we
company,
get
and I'm
you.
gonna say I'm not gonna move it, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
sell it, I'm not gonna use any of
Yeah.
the money, right? I'm just gonna hold it for you, right?
Yeah.
And then you just spend all of it,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just like
yeah.
lose all of it.
Yeah.
See, like, but everyone in the company agrees, so you have a good business relationship because you all agree that you're gonna spend people's money that you told them you weren't gonna spend. See, that's how you form a good business relationship. It's all about the same.
I want to go to that
To
school.
form a good business relationship, agree to destroy everyone else.
Yeah, if everyone
High School of the Elite.
yeah, if everyone
Great
wants
anime.
to burn the world,
Yep.
you can do it.
Already. I think that's good. I think that's good. I don't think I really want to add on to that, Ian. Alrighty. I guess we're into the final segment, boys. Reaction videos? Reaction
Okay,
videos?
let's do
Wait,
that.
Alright, I forgot. I'm
I don't
sorry,
have
the
time
time
for that. I don't
was
have
going
time for
long.
that.
The time was going long.
Huh?
Yeah.
We're going
Is it
into
a
the
story?
Tweeterverse. We're going into the
Okay, well,
Tweeterverse with
this is a
Jaden.
short one anyway. This is a
Okay,
short-
okay,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
So, I should have pulled up the tweet, but I
you
wrote it.
didn't.
I wrote it down. So,
Ah.
yeah. So what happens? So there's this person.
Not
On the-
this again. They
What?
doubted him for blindness and now there's something
Oh.
else, bro?
Yes.
That's
Oh, sorry.
crazy.
Yeah. So what happened, right? Was Mr. Beast recently made a video titled "Giving 20,000 shoes to kids in Africa."
Sounds like a great man.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty like. I don't know, it sounds like a pretty good pastime, to have, like,
Why only 20,000? Why not 20,001?
That's a good question. Yeah, I guess it wasn't as good of a thumbnail or a title, but the issue that arose was that very shortly after posting this video, people on Twitter had some things to say about him posting this video, and one of the criticisms that he received was that he's a bad person, and the reason why is because he is doing it for money. So he's doing this.
The money he's using and he's spending it on. Okay, sure. Continue.
Yeah, so yeah, basically he's doing this for money, and that if he could not profit off of it, then he would not be donating these shoes to the people in Africa. That is one criticism that they have.
I just don't understand. It's
So
like
you have a take on that.
it's
Sorry,
like
go
so Jordan Peterson says this thing like you should be able to you should clean your room. Like that's one of his tenets.
Yeah,
clean
I'm
your
It's
room.
not just.
I'm not doing that.
Everybody
And-
says clean your room.
No, but
I'm not doing that.
the reason why he
My
uses
dad says clean my room.
no, but Jordan Peterson has a whole chapter in his book. You know how it is. So, I mean, I don't know if you've ever read more than a chapter or two.
Oh, we're doing that today.
Oh.
We're doing
You
that
know,
today.
yeah.
First I heard it from was a Navy SEAL. I think he's more of a hero than Jordan Peterson. But you know what? You're allowed to make fun of me for not reading, apparently, when I just be listening
This
to
guy
people.
reads the Cliff Notes. I don't know why he's
No, for anime. I started watching Attack on Titan.
Oh,
I saw-
did
Why are you
you?
watching it?
I watched the
Did
first
you?
5 minutes.
Nice.
No.
How'd you find Attack on Titan,
There's
Ezekiel?
this kid. His name is like Aaron or something.
Yeah.
That's
Get
about it. That's
to
all
the
I learned.
point, bro. That's it?
That's all I learned. That was in the first 5 minutes. He was like underneath a tree or something.
You know, I feel like this part would just upset a lot of people, so I don't think we'll cut it out, but you know.
Hey, I might come back next week and I've watched the whole show.
You're canceled. We keep going. Wait, what were you saying about the?
Yeah. Anyways, so his whole thing about
Jordan
like cleaning your room is like, you have to be able to clean the things in your own life, like fix the things in your own life before you start trying to like.
I think Loki,
save
the
the-
Bible said that first. Remove the plank in your own eye before you.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
the Bible
yeah,
said
yeah,
it
yeah,
Bible
yeah,
first,
it said it
okay,
first. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. So you have to be able to like clean your own problems before you start like trying to clean the world, right? If you can't clean your own house, how are you gonna clean the world, right? I feel like a lot of these people are just like, oh, like we gotta fix the world hunger, we gotta make world peace, we gotta save all the children, right? And then they're on Twitter like, oh my gosh, right? Mr. Beast is doing what he can personally. He's
Yeah.
like, I can get 20,000 shoes for these kids,
Yeah.
right? What are these kids on Twitter doing? They complain, oh, the
It's
people
not just
aren't
kids. I
open.
can imagine
Oh,
there's some big
oh,
politicians also
why
complaining too.
aren't people just sending billions of dollars over to
No,
to
better yes.
Africa?
You're only giving 20,000 shoes. That's only 10,000 pairs. Why not a milli?
Yeah, right. They're always complaining. It's like, but they could have given one shoe, like
Yeah.
one pair of shoes. They could have given 2 pairs of shoes. They could afford
They
that.
could-
Loki
They
giving
could've.
one shoe is actually a
That's
dog
worse.
move. That's a
Why?
dog.
A single shoe.
If
A
I gave a
singular
single
shoe.
shoe. Oh, a singular
Yeah,
shoe.
A
singular,
singular
not
shoe.
Oh, yeah, that's not.
Nah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like they could give a pair of shoes, right? They could do something,
they
and
could.
one less kid would not have shoes.
Yeah.
But instead, they're like, he only gave 20,000 to get shoes.
You can't afford
It's
more.
like
Yeah.
You should have done the female voice. I'm kidding,
Can you keep
guys.
going?
I'm
I'm
not
kidding.
doing that. I'm not getting canceled. Yeah,
Continue.
I still understand like let's say even if he made profit off this video, right?
He definitely made profit off this video.
No, well, this is
He
on his
could've.
philanthropy channel,
Yeah.
and on his philanthropy channel, he makes no profit. All the money goes back into
It- yeah.
saving. Like he has.
Oh,
food
that's what I
banks.
meant. Like he makes the profit, but then it goes back into more
Yeah,
philanthropic
he owns food
pursuits.
banks all around the world, and so
Yeah.
he puts it
Like
back
soup
into the
kitchens and
food
stuff,
banks
or-
and soup
Mhm.
kitchens in like places.
These
So
people.
The thing is, the people on Twitter. So like, Mr. Beast actually responded to like some of those criticisms.
Oh,
saying
did
that,
he?
Like they obviously like, they don't. The people who are saying this probably don't know this, but but all the money that I make from this philanthropic channel goes into more philanthropic works,
Mhm.
and so I don't take any of the money or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so then like, that doesn't really make that point doesn't make sense. But people also say that like he shouldn't be posting about it because like other people do philanthropic work without posting about it.
Okay.
But he's only
But then how?
Okay.
This is the way he makes money.
Yeah,
right? Those
that's-
people are
yeah.
making money by
They're doing-
like building cars or something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And they don't film it, right? Because that's what they do. They build cars and then they get that money. He makes money by filming videos. So if in order for him to make money to give 20,000 shoes to kids, he has to make a video. That's like how that
Okay,
works.
And it's not just that. Oh my goodness, he's filming videos whilst other people are doing it quietly. Okay, and they do different things. Sure, you're giving
And
it
also-
quietly, but him filming it could inspire
True.
other people to
To
give
give,
as well.
For sure.
But also think about it, right? There are 20,000 shoes, right? So it's
Yeah.
10,000 pairs. That means 10,000 kids got shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a lot.
There weren't 10,000 kids in that video, I bet. There
No.
were how many?
like maybe 100. Max.
Maybe 100, right?
Yeah.
So what about all the other people he didn't show on video, right? He asked a bunch of these people,
Yeah.
do you want to be on video? You want to tell your story? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the video,
Yeah,
but
I
like
didn't watch the video.
I presume
You know, he
that,
asked
like,
them. He asked them.
he probably,
Like, for
he
the
probably
Bible
asked
he
them,
did.
and these people were like, "Oh, I would love to be in a video." Maybe they just wanted to see what it was like to be on the internet. You know, just get their like 5 seconds of fame, right? They're getting shoes. They get to be on the internet. It's fun, right? This guy's famous, right? They don't have a problem with it. They got shoes and got to be on the internet on a viral video.
Yeah.
The only people who are complaining about it are the people who are doing nothing.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the last thing that they say is that like, it's kind of like, is Mr. Beast kind of entitled because he's like a rich white man from the West
Oh
going
my
over
gosh.
to Africa?
We don't even need to. We don't need to adjust
No?
that point. We don't need to adjust that point. No. No. I thought they'd say something like, "Oh, he's just doing it for the fame or whatever."
So you telling me?
And low key, no. If some people are like that,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and hear me out.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, he's doing this for the fame. He's not giving these 10,000 pairs out of the bottom of his heart. Okay, but he's still giving out 10,000 pairs of shoes
That's
to
true.
people who need it.
That's
So
true.
to an extent, it doesn't really matter
That's true.
why this man is doing it. He's doing it and he's helping people.
Mm-hmm.
It might be dangerous to say that, but it's true. Sometimes people don't do things out of the bottom of their hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people are politicians not because they actually want to help people, but because they want power. And
Mm-hmm.
they have found that to be a politician and to be successful, they still need to help people, and so they help people. And
Mm-hmm.
if they didn't need to help people to be in power and they could just be lazy, they'd just be lazy. Maybe that is true. But if they're helping people, and I want to applaud them for helping people, I'm going to applaud them for helping people. And I'm happy that these kids have shoes now.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like,
I agree.
let's say he didn't give the money. Now he's a rich white man from the West
Yeah.
who doesn't give any of his money and hogs it.
That's true.
So if he gives the money,
But
he's
nobody
an
gets
entitled
on them.
rich
No, but
white
I
man.
think,
Nobody
I think
gets
that
on
the consensus, or not the consensus, but like some people say that he should still give the shoes, but just not film it.
But then how will he give more shoes or cure the blind or like fix the disabled? He can't do that if there's no video.
I
Who's-
don't know
who's
if we
paying
need
for the
to,
food
I don't
packets?
even know if we need to continue this.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to
You got any
continue
thoughts,
this, bro.
Ian?
No, yeah, I agree. Like,
Mm.
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of crazy. Like, okay,
That's fair.
just especially like the last point. Like, I don't know. That's kind of iffy. Like,
That's
That
like,
ain't even kind of iffy.
Well,
bro.
it's
that
kinda-
ain't even
just
kind of
like-
iffy, bro.
well, I'm a
What?
Mm-hmm.
rich white man. I guess I can't do anything about it. You know,
Oh my gosh, if they're
So
rich
tough.
and white, what am I
Yeah.
gonna do?
Yeah.
I could do something, but
Mm.
I just
It's
can't.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why people on Twitter are different. Like I actually can't. I can't. Like that's why I deleted.
No,
yeah.
we need to do a study. Why are people on Twitter simply just crazy different
think
from
it has to do
every
with
other sphere?
The anonymity of it, and then the speed at which you can go viral.
But the thing is also
Why are they
like
saying
the
this?
ones who are not anonymous also be just popping off, going crazy.
No, but the thing is, like, it's like you get a boost, like you like do it, and people are like, click, 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 click. Oh my gosh, you're so right. Oh my gosh, you go queen. You're slay. Eat. Oh my gosh.
You don't do it
That's-
like
I
Jonathan.
don't know what
Stop
you do.
immediately.
Yeah, Jonathan actually like does it.
Yeah,
But
well,
he-
Jonathan's authentic with it.
he-
Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me.
You know, I cannot decide whether that's a burn or a slay. Continue.
A slay? Don't start.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
start with me. We're
Yeah.
not slaying here. I don't slay anything.
Continue, bro.
Okay. Wait, what were you saying?
Oh, I was saying something.
Yeah.
You were.
I was.
Yes.
You were saying how you were slaying.
Yeah, you were
slaying?
like
You were
people
slaying
get a
on Twitter.
high from your Twitter.
Oh,
like
yeah,
pop
yeah.
off,
Yeah.
queen,
He
whatever.
got lost in the sauce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got really got into character. I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
felt it for a second. Yeah, and
Damn.
then it's like
You
it.
touched your anima
I-
or amino or whatever.
Bro,
Just continue.
what's this guy
Continue.
talking-
Continue.
Okay.
I'll show it later.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just like the quick,
Search
instant, you know how it is. So it's just people want that boost, so they do it.
Is it? Oh.
Wait, Jung?
Who made this?
The feminine part of a man's personality? I was really tapping in there. I really felt it for a second there.
Continue.
I was gonna make another comment, but I won't. This is live. Well, it's not live. Speaking of live,
Mm-hmm.
we should do a live
Oh, you-
Pomodoro session.
Oh.
I'd
Yeah.
be down.
You cornered us
One.
with that one. You asked in the GC and only one person responded, and now you're asking a
Wait,
bunch of us. That's
Wait, 'cause
crazy.
is there content where it's like, oh, we're gonna like, I'm gonna upload this video of like us studying, so then you have something to study with?
Yes,
There is.
I watch it all the time. That's how I get my work done.
It's actually busted. That's actually OP.
And
I
I
did
think
do
it
that.
gets so many views too. And the only thing you have to do is you have to like add some like light like lo-fi music in the background and put the
Why would I do
Pomodoro
that?
timer in the corner so people can see how long they have left to study.
Why would I put lo-fi on?
You don't have to put lo-fi on. You can do anything.
I'm trying to put anime openings. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Then
Nobody can study. Anyways,
You can
continue.
do whatever, right?
Yeah,
But The point is that you don't feel alone. So we should do that. Mostly
Okay.
because I need to study this Sunday,
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
I think
yeah.
we all have to study.
Yeah,
so.
you
Yeah,
see,
someone live stream it
he's
today?
doing this for selfish means, but he's going to help people.
True.
No,
Look at this
my,
hero.
my complete intent was to make a video so that you guys could study better.
Sure.
Yeah, he's
You know,
sacrificing.
Sure.
I'm sacrificing
Ezekiel.
here because I could study in my room by myself, but instead I'm doing it for you guys.
Wow.
Ezekiel
My
just doesn't want to
favorite.
say
What a
how
guy.
much he wants us around, bro. It's okay. We like you too.
Aw.
No, I'm not ashamed to say that. It's lonely in the room.
You have your roommate. What about you have a roommate and stuff? So like, I imagine
I
it's
have a
never
roommate.
lonely in your room actually.
Actually, no, it still is.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's being alone in your head, Jaden. Has that never happened to you?
yeah.
We can
No.
touch on that in another
No,
time.
it's
but
never
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's. Oh,
Yeah,
You done?
I'm done.
You done?
Can move
Oh,
on.
good.
You're the host, right?
Cool. Yes, I
Get
am.
out.
Yes, I am. Loki, I don't know how long, like when I should cut Ezekiel on when he's summarizing, but that's okay.
Yes, sir.
The air quotes.
Well, we are now in the last section.
No.
Reaction videos.
Yes.
Now, I apologize, guys. I gave up YouTube for Lent, so I had to go in my bag. Like, I had to go deep into my phone to find videos to watch. But yeah, hopefully they still entertain y'all and entertain these people here, because otherwise I'm gonna get clowned long after this podcast is finished. So yeah.
If you guys would like to see other reactions, we'll probably have a shorts channel where we might do just normal reactions outside the podcast.
Yep.
So if that sounds like something you're interested in, maybe leave a comment or send in videos or something like
Yes,
that. Anything
yes,
so that we can
yes.
know what we can react to, because sometimes it's going to get a little bit too long to put extra long reaction videos on here. So we could probably do separate videos where we do reactions as well. So
Yep.
that sounds interesting to you guys.
Summarize, Ezekiel, summarize. Anyways,
Fa-
we are
first
going
video.
to continue.
Mhm.
First video from me. This
Wait a second. What's going on here?
Wow! What I got in the back?
I don't like to start no drama, but a couple of y'all in the back look a little too excited with them whips. Something you want to get off your chest?
So, guys, what is our opinion here?
Well, these guys are legends.
He reminds me of
Dude, the webby boy looking smiling.
they're going too hard right now. Yo, that guy.
That guy!
Double.
Start no drama.
Yo,
A
man,
couple of y'all in the
negative
back
two.
look a little too
That wasn't
excited
even
with them
allowed.
whips. Something you want to get off your chest?
What was the context of this? What was the They were like,
Who let bro cook, for real? Who let them cook?
He probably asked for it, to be honest. Wow.
so okay. So this guy was like, so he was like, he kept on getting beaten up in the ring, and then he went on like a evolution arc. He got ripped and stuff.
No, he was
And
probably beating up everyone so bad. He's like, y'all just need to line up.
Yeah, like
Y'all just need
yes,
to line
you
up.
need
Get
to
your
get
lashes in now, because y'all can't take me in.
man's the instructor. He's like, yo, you want to see what it feels like to deal with pain? I want you guys to whip me.
This is not the instructor.
That's not the instructor. It's just some dude.
I'm trying to get like
This is
some-
really
A
bad.
black man
optics.
saying
Why is it bad
get
optics?
whipped.
Oh, for the
is, I'm
dojo?
gonna get whipped.
Yeah.
is
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
So this, I don't know who thought the
I
film.
mean, it went
this.
viral. It's fine. I don't think anyone's saying like this is like slavery like recently.
That guy right there smacked him too hard.
Okay. No, okay. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Me and
That's
that guy had the
funny.
same
That-
brain cell.
yeah.
We actually shared. The
So
same
that
brain
guy's the dojo's probably fine because this is probably consensual. So it's
cell. Wait, what are the other comments? I want to see the response.
The other comments?
Yeah, 500 replies. How do you see this?
Oh my god.
Dude, the comments on YouTube are kind of like trash.
No, they're not.
They are.
No, they're not.
They are. What are you talking about? They're trash.
Chase it up.
300 views.
Hey yo. Hey yo.
Hey, yo. Someone holding a grudge. They're personal. My brother, you're
Yo,
free?
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Man, you get the
This
memo.
man's like, oh, YouTube comments are dumb, and he's immediately proven wrong.
No, they're dumb. Okay.
Oh boy. Next one.
Nice,
One.
nice.
Next one.
Okay, where should I refresh real quick? So it's like fresh.
I went to a spot with Toby last week.
First of all,
Was it side
you're spending a lot of time with Toby, and I feel left out.
I see you every week, bro. That's for work. You see me for money. If you weren't getting paid, you would see me every week.
Before we carry on, do you miss me when I'm not around? When it's Wednesday and you're seeing me tomorrow, do you think I can't wait to see James? Or do you roll your eyes and say recording day tomorrow?
It depends. Wait, let me answer.
I'm asking if you miss me when I'm
You
not
did this to me
around.
just now. That's crazy.
Bro!
No, you actually.
Damn, same skin tone and everything.
Oh, Jesus. Karen, what did you do with him? What did you do with him?
Damn, I'm stepping on Ezekiel's name tag now. That's crazy.
That is actually like pretty relevant.
You're stepping
to
on
what-
me.
Damn, I'm stepping on him. That's gotta be a hate crime.
That is a hate crime.
Damn.
I don't think it is.
Why not?
Because he's black.
No, but I'm hating on the Asian
The
side.
Asian hate.
Oh, GG, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are right.
It's over, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'll be able to host again after this. I'd
You-
like
you're-
to.
you're-
I'd like to
you're being
apologize
awkward.
to all of you and my family for the pain that I've most definitely
Save it
caused.
for a
to
separate
everyone.
YouTube video.
Yeah.
We'd love to see those.
Right.
I made a
I
continuous
think I have to make a.
video.
I know. I need to make a Twitter comment. I need to make a Twitter comment or an Instagram post or something. Yeah. Anyways,
Keep going,
next.
It's actually done for you.
Next.
Yeah.
Oh, as for this.
Oh.
They're eating the whole.
I'm taking notes. They're kind of cracked.
I want to see one. Give me one, Jay.
Give you what?
A move?
One?
Yeah.
One move?
So you taking notes.
Oh
I'll give you
my
a note.
gosh.
Oh snap! I'm ready.
Oh. They did not do that.
That was one.
That was my.
Do the penguin one.
The penguin?
Yeah.
Oh, the penguin
penguin
one?
one,
The
the
penguin's
penguin
fire. Like
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ian, why are you clapping, bro?
Because it's better than what I could do.
that's a
Wow.
He was about to. He was holding back. He was holding back. I saw it. I saw it.
Oh my god.
No. You like at that point, nah. I
It
deserve
was.
that. I
It
deserve
was
that.
coming out.
I deserved it.
It was.
I
was
deserved
like,
it. I deserved it. I
almost
deserved
said
it.
it.
I
You-
deserved it.
Well, he wasn't gonna say something.
I deserved it.
Okay. There may be
Yeah.
a misunderstanding here. He wasn't gonna say what you guys think he was gonna say. Anyway.
Continue.
Oh, this is
is
side.
side.
This is side. Yeah, that was actually.
I did. Yeah, Morpheus, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Morpheus as well. Oh, that's sad.
Uh,
It was the Morpheus who was just calm and all of a sudden passed away.
I'm not laughing, bro.
Why are you laughing, bro? It's not else to die.
It's sad, bro. I'm sad for you. I'm sad for you.
So I normally deal with it through like humor. So I always try and remember like the funny things it used to do when he used to just like.
Yes. Please continue.
This is us, Heike. This is us, Heike.
I'm sorry. It's okay.
We're here for you. We're here for you. What's going on?
Things it used to do.
Yeah, so obviously why I used to like, play with it and one of
Damn.
We don't do that though. I don't think we do that.
Sure.
I don't think we do
Next one. Last one, I think.
Last one.
Although I did send you one more, but
Here we go.
we can do it
Let me
later
see
if
Hello?
we want.
I'm here to see the doctor. Oh, come take a seat. So, what brings you in today? So, I've been having these headaches recently. That's an easy fix. You'll be in and out. Oh, for real? Okay, bet. I'm just gonna put these safety restrictions on you. Alright, the doctor will be right out. Guy with headaches? Yeah. Yeah. What's that? Handsaw. Now, about these headaches. We're gonna have to amputate. Amputate what? The head. Why? No head, no headaches. That doesn't sound right. I'm sorry, are you the doctor? Did you go to doctor camp for 3 summers? You are not amputating my head. Wait, you know what? Actually, I'm not supposed to amputate the head. It says here I gotta amputate the legs. All right. Bro, that doesn't even make sense. Doctor, I'm in the middle of something. A man just came in with a severe poisonous infection in his left arm, spreading rapidly to his heart at this very moment. What do we do? Give him some Advil. Right. Wait, can I get that?
Oh my god. Yeah, that was the last video. This dude is, yeah, my type of humor. Well, I guess that's it. I guess that's it. I guess that's
This
it.
is a new trade rack.
For the run, for the go, for the go. No.
I wasn't saying.
No.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna say.
No.
I had no thoughts.
Guys, this didn't happen. Apart from that moment and the last one, I really enjoyed hosting. Thank you for, letting me do this,
Good
guys.
job with the host.
Thank you. We will hopefully be back next week if MIT
Well,
is
technically,
nice to us.
well, to them, it will be a continuous flow.
That is
Yeah, we'll be-
fair.
Like
That is
so
fair.
even if we're not back next week, they will have another episode next
Yeah,
week.
That is fair. Time is relative, I guess, for them.
Time is relative.
And by the time they see this, like we would have already done the study session.
we would have beat you like 5 episodes ahead. But
Yeah.
So like
that's
by the time they see, we might be already graduated by this.
Yeah,
time.
we're
Like,
gonna be
by the time you see this episode.
Guys, that's
That's crazy.
That was a lot long. Alrighty.
We
Well,
can live stream the ring what's it called?
Ooh, the ring premiere?
We could be cringy.
Wait, that'd actually be hype.
Hey
That'd be
guys,
so
Wait,
what's
that'd actually
up?
be hype,
It's
though.
me here. It's the elevator. We got our rings.
You're the
It's your
whole
boy.
elevator? Who's
I said,
pushing you
it's
up?
the elevator. You're on the shot.
Oh, that's clean. That's clean. That's clean.
That is kind of clean. No, wait.
Alrighty,
all over
guys,
anime-
guys. We can talk about
We
this
should
later.
make an elevator Instagram.
Shut up, man. Go next.
We should take a photo. Take a screenshot of this.
We have the video.
Guys,
we have the video.
we can't exclude so many people. When everybody comes, we'll take the
No, but no, we,
screenshot.
should,
No, but-
we should take a picture every episode. So
Ah,
we
yeah,
gotta do
yeah,
that. We gotta
yeah.
do that.
Okay,
We have the
guys.
video. Why is
Anyways,
Tuesday?
I'm your host,
Tuesday?
Aiden Busquet. We'll see you on the next one.
Peace.